What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blue Prince. And based on the way the last episode ended, you might be assuming what else am I going to be doing? I was a pretty definitive ending. Yes, so a couple things about that. Oh, we have Royal Scepter. Did I end in the entrance hall last time? I guess I did. Huh, interesting. Okay. So, here's the thing. There's a couple things to say here before we continue. The where the last episode ended off was a good off ramp for the game. So if you are interested in that being the ending to the game, it totally is possible. It was my off ramp for the game, and I was almost considering stopping because it is so clearly an ending. You know, it is a way to definitively cap off the time of the game. But of course, there's more stuff to do. At minimum, there's the rest of the achievements to get, but there's more stuff. And the more I thought about it, there's definitely more stuff to go for. I then did a little bit of looking, because at this point, I think I've done enough stuff basically completely on my own before I started realizing like what is even there, like how much further am I. I didn't obviously look up any solutions, but I did kind of like try to probe like what, like where am I, what state of the game am I in, kind of thing. And it's seemingly I'm close to the end, like actually close to the end, or at least close to what is like the logical end of the whole. And I'm sure there's still stuff in this game that people are trying to figure out, but just as a disclaimer, I did have to like probe the internet a bit just to see if there was something out there, and there is. That's as much as I know. I don't know how to get to whatever it is, and I have no hints, which is exactly why I'm coming back today. We are going to go through all my notes, and by all my notes, I mean even my notebook, in which I have dictated digitally. So here we go. So I'm going to switch over to the screenshots. So I took screenshots of all of my journal up to this point, and I figured it would be fun to finally see what I've been looking at off screen. Maybe there's something in here that would be helpful to see on this screen, and then we'll go through our screenshots again and see if there's anything that is like an unresolved thing. There's one thing that I know is interesting, and I don't know where that fits in yet. So right off the bat, a lot of the early screenshots here are going to be stuff that we just didn't know what we were talking about. So obviously the first day, we're talking about the times, which we then figured out changed. These are all the paintings in all the rooms. First puzzle we cited was this chapel puzzle with all of the different angels, which we now have names for. Pantry, 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges, 4 coins left over. Alzara, white sand, black cat with red flag. Door with a rogue moon. Slightly interesting, but nothing super there. Red memos are lies, blue memos are the truth. Obviously, this is the sheet music. Days 12 through 16 go to commissary. Yep, Clara Epsom died on 6/15/83, and the West Wing closed. Sandy Heights. What is that for? I don't remember that exactly, but I feel like that's not super important. License plate is Swan Song. Mary Matthew Jones, missing for 6 years. Red Prince, Swinbird, a new clue. These are the sheet music. First words on the sheets are true message. Danny Ravane, male thief, found a tomb, drained the fountain, basement key needed. Reserve tank, yep, we figured that out. Wrecked car with abandoned. Oh, this is Alzara 2. 8 red envelopes will only ever read 7, which seems to be pretty true. We have not seen any evidence of an 8th envelope, or at least we haven't seen evidence that an 8th envelope actually can be read. Art hanging and letter missing. This is sets of 2. MCCXII, Holly and Swan +2. Oh, this is the coat of arms. Did I ever figure out what is this number? What is that number? So Roman numerals. I'm just going to pull up a chart So M is 1,000. I don't know why I can never do Roman numerals. It's one of those few things that I just can never do. That and Morse code. I'm really bad at both of those two things. I've been doing puzzle games my entire life, and those are the two things I'll never get. M, so 1,000. Two C's is 200. X, 10, 3. So it's what? 1,213. 1213. 1,213. That seems like that could be something. Greenhouse, antechamber lever, push 3. That's the laboratory key. Obviously, we know what this is. You can now see all my little notes about when we were going through them. It's a nice little memory lane run here too. Shelter, radiation's level high, all doors unlocked. We've never actually done that, or at least we've never noticeably done that. I mean, we've gotten really high lab levels, so I don't really know if we might have hit it and not even realized it. Every 5 minutes is about 40 seconds. Letter 7 from Courtney, suspected Marion's disappearance. Foundation found 1128. 1128. I don't know what 1128 is. Green memos in Hartley lie. Right. Schoolhouse gas burner, 1 of 4 flames. Apple orchard, 2 of 4 flames. Green rooms are only on the perimeter. Yep. Well, mostly. 822.85, Marion wins for Swimbird. 127.86, Marion's interviewed. Right. These are the things in the archives. 9287, the jewels are stolen. Conference room safe code is not 9083. Lara absent. This gets crazy handwriting here. My handwriting's pretty good generally, but when I'm quick noting, and maybe not even looking at the actual paper, it can be a little bit tough. Her ladyship's chamber, boudoir plus walk-in closet, boiler room, lab, garage, laundry, furnace, pump. Classroom flags: orange, Costa Rica, Araja, Argeries. The infinity symbol for 8 in the counting. Yep. Ilex X Mesereve, the Mount Holly species. Right. Tomb plus library equals bookstore. Why tomb plus library? Oh, maybe to buy books. I think that's what that was there for. Missing item, gate opened. Oh, yeah, okay. That's where we think the red letter, the last one would have been. Study safe, H.S. Sinclair death, no. Freezer to thaw, we did that. Hovel, gas burner number 3. Attic reached April 12th. Marion receives a denial on Red Prince publishing deal, Thomas Yanders. Cloister opened, success. Possible grid. Oh, day 27 was the day we succeeded at getting room 46. Possible grid, cool, yep. History lesson, next day. Oh, right, yeah, so this is the day after we finally hit room 46, and we got some more stuff. Ajira, it's the first era. This is our history stuff. Okay, let's keep going. Here's our first to-do list. Let's see, is there anything in here that we still haven't done? Open the vault, we've done. We still haven't done draft 20 dead ends in the same day. Yeah, we found that. Admins, yep. 5 more sanctum keys, yep. Realms puzzle, yep. Check all books off clue key. Oh, I think that's the oh, I actually don't. Final exam, letter in the underpass. Final letter. Microchips in Blackbridge Grotto. Blessing of the Monk plus Antechamber. Did that. Check all last minute. So I did everything other than the dead ends run on everything on this to-do list, it seems. And now we start to get into the actual puzzles here. This is when the game starts really turning. Gallery found. Vault found. Needs safe key. Find trees among under... Oh, sorry. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Right. That was our sheet music puzzle. Swan Song. Network password. Room 46, here's all our sanctum keys, and I was making the realm sigil notes as we were doing that. Day 42, classroom 4, here's all of our countries, and this is my shit-ass map of the whole thing. Enough experiments may unlock all doors. Yeah, we knew that. Red, right, so here's the new clue. We finally got a new clue, and here's some of the stuff that I was writing down. VAC indicator. Wow, Jesus, it's been a long time since we did that. H.S. Sinclair knew he was going to die. Red door. Oh, that's interesting. Right. He knew he was going to die because he put the will in place and stuff, right? Sigils, the four things. Here's some sigil notes. Can trade metal detector for key card. Somewhat helpful, but we could get key card pretty easily. Kirk Darham is a pseudonym. Greed memo. I don't think that's true. Here are all our colors for the realm sigils. Chess pieces. You see, I start doing addendums of notes. These are the gallery puzzles. Chapel security. Yeah, so here's some of the things, and we know king and queens now. Day 52, classrooms. Here's our Araja page. This is the page I keep referring to when I need to read Arajan for a little bit. And here's the quiz. This is how I deduced how the quiz answers were correct. Is eclipse in eclipse? Here is partial castle cipher. Safe made of paper in drafting studio in a model of the study wall in back of basement. Yes, we've cracked that open, obviously. Drafting studios 5 of 8. 1108. Drawings room has a safe. Small gates. Yep. Boiler room opens red door downstairs. Danny Ravane is the ransom guy. He stole 8 letters. Hidden wall in the greenhouse. Yep. February 1990 fire date. There's a lot of the history stuff we haven't really used. It seems like the dates would be important, but I'm not sure if they are. East Side Lever and Secret Garden sealed. East Side Lever and Secret Garden sealed. Weight room sealed. South side. Outer room, maybe root cellar, has a sealed wall. Oh, interesting. Have I ever seen a sealed wall in an outer room? That's maybe worth investigating. Okay, so hold on. Now we need to make a list of the things that actually are worth investigating. So what are some of the things that we've said so far? So we have MCCXII, right? So it's 1, 2, 1, 3. We have history / dates of Sinclair events. We have sealed wall in an outer room? Question mark. I think we've seen everything of our most of those rooms, but I could be wrong. Maybe I haven't looked hard enough. Drain reservoir to 6 steps from empty entry into old station. Yep. 6 steps in R in drain fountain. May 8th lock coded underpass. Yep. Green memos in treasure trove are not true. Green memos in white. Yeah, here's all of our notes about the memos in the treasure trove, which I think now we've used. Okay, keeping and going. Casino has a broken lever. Yep. Laundry room plus locker room. Right. That would be helpful. Reva D, we've done that. Dark. This is notes about the dartboard. Rajan letter found in tomb. Diary key, open path from tomb to elevator. Steady as a scepter, deadly as a stone, heavy as a crown, ready as a throne. What does it mean? That's very funny. Just got this. So day 69 to day 135 was the day we finally figured that out. That was the yesterday in game. Missed an allowance box in sigil room. Yeah, we missed 4 of them. We still have to do that, actually. That should be on the thing. Allowance boxes in sigil rooms. Yeah, those are important. If anything else, we'll do those today. 5 are on the clock puzzle. Yeah, we've done that. Updated to-do list. Okay. Use all admin keys. Archive or admin key. I think we've done that. Clock tower note. We unsure. That's the one that says sacred, which maybe just only cluing the 130, but I'm not sure. 8 sigils. Done. Last red letter, no. Final exam, done. Learn Arajan, I mean, kind of. Hidden note in antechamber plus outer room. That's the deadliest the scepter. That's done. What is this? We figured that out. Power hammer, reservoir. Power hammer with a reservoir. Oh, yeah. We had that thought at some point that we were going to be able to use the power hammer on one of those walls down there. It didn't work. Treasure trove in outer room, done. Crates experiment, done. Mechanarium, all 8 doors, done. Okay, we're almost there. We're about halfway through. And this stuff moves quicker. You could see I didn't make as many notes as the days went on. For better or for worse, Arinda Fen, Arch, Iraja, Kororika, Morajai, Farah, Nuance are all Morajai boxes in new color. In line with color of origin country. That is correct. Found the safe house in the reservoir. Kororika, yellow or orange or purple. I should have known that already, but it is what it is. The suspect is a key. Suspect is minor. Suspect is major. 4 books are red prints, a realm, whatever. Yeah, so this is us starting to break through a new clue. Patio, nook, office, pantry. Route 8 depart. Yep, okay, cool. Royal Station. Yeah, this is all these notes. Treasure Trove. All sun boxes are true. Treasure Trove in outer room. New chest. What the fuck is that? RSTFOTHDE? Where the hell did I get that from? I don't know where I got that from. Oh, that's the path. I thought initially that maybe the initials of the train path puzzle were going to lead to something, but it didn't. It was a good thought. Castle, because that looks like a word. It could be. Castle Court Cloak. What the hell is that? Morjai is an agricultural country. There's no realm that flies the white flag. Incorrect. That's Morjai. So that was a lie from a note. Probably, I don't know what, with P, Rib J, Manning, Paul, with 4 people going dark, safe houses names. Crate key, Philip Wilkins. Mechanarium Sanctum, 8 out of 8 keys. White, Pharaoh, Marigold, Manning. All 4 crown stealers. Our Act 3 to-do list, find the last red letter. Impossible. I made that note finally. Archiver admin key, try all employees. I think that's done. That's pretty much done. Rajan cipher code. Treasure trove in outer room. Yeah, done. Complete curse mode, find dare mode. Both of those 2 things I have to start a new save file for. Buy blue tents. Good note. Buy blue tents. Have not done that yet. Numeric cores. Yep. Okay, so numeric cores is the one thing I was thinking about. It's something that we have not done yet. Castle, done. Call it a night in every bedroom. We haven't done that, but we totally can. And then dead ends. Yeah, now we're talking about sigils. This is trying to disrupt Arajan. Yeah, this is all of our sigil stuff. I think this is the last page. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and then this is us getting the room 46 realms puzzle. This is me writing that down. Paragons, natural order, right. So Arinda, Lydia, Rina, Joya, Dauja, Vea, Mila, Draxus. We think we kind of worked that. Morajai boxes, and yes, so we have red, white, green, and orange to go in the basement. Lee B, Prov C, Hound U, and denoted in verse, anagram. Yeah, right, we thought about that. That was more recent, obviously. Cuckoo 2, right. That was from one of the screenshots of, or one of the pages of the new Clue manuscript, right? Cuckoo 2, that's a really weird one. This is our Ares Court puzzle. And that's about it. So, denoted in verse as an anagram is interesting. I feel like we've been seeing that constantly. So, I just like... I feel like that we should have had that by now. And it's such a it's a longer phrase, so it's going to be harder to find that anagram. All right, we've been going for a minute, but we're gonna still pump through these a little bit. I might even delete this. I'm gonna just delete any ones that like don't matter. Okay, so 1 red guard, Manning and white. Yeah, so these guys are definitely both people who are at the manor. I think those are two people that helped steal the jewel, right? Or in the crown. Simon P. Jones, Bon Margot. Yeah. That's our puzzle. Yeah, freezing. One of the red letters, we know that. This is the schoolhouse address. The gardeners. Okay, so here we got some books. We got volume 3. Oh, we don't have... We just have those two. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Reddington. I mean, I've read this, but I'm kind of like, what? Featherfall Keep. New clues sold out in hours. Draxus. The tomb. Yeah, I think the drafting strategy books were to get the angels, that's for sure. We read this semi recently. Okay. Yeah, and this was the thing that I was assuming semi recently, that I think this might be a constellation, because look at how it's starred. I just didn't know how many stars you needed to do this. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I think Denoted. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So if you don't know what I'm doing, denoted in verse is a anagram for does it never end. This is why we go through this stuff. Denoted in verse, does it never end? Why does that relate? When I see the other piece of this, I'll pull it out. So does this have it? Oh, okay. I think what the Cuckoo 2 is referring to is the fact that this is set to 1:30. Right? Like, this is clearly set to a 1:30 pattern. So it's maybe just calling more attention to that hour. And right, this was removed, the thing on the side. Okay, this is our constellation book. I don't feel particularly like that's going to matter. We've looked through this. Aquarium. Prismatic rooms. I was going to say prismatic rooms there aren't that many of them. In fact, the only one that actually does this is the aquarium. That's its unique skill. But there are a couple, like the upgrades specifically help us get to more prismatic rooms, right? That's our cloister. 100 bells. That's the second time we're seeing that this episode. Oh, I see text here. Hold on. North of reservoir. Yeah, okay, that we know. What is this? One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed, separate locations for redundancy. However, we have told that the locations of these reserve systems will not be disclosed to the staff. Right, because we have a weight room lever, which opens up the south. So that's the double there. The north lever one is throne room. Is it Mechanarium? Yeah, Mechanarium is one of the other ones. Wait. This is west lever, secret garden. Didn't the note I just had say east lever? I'm going back. Where was that? East side lever in Secret Garden. Sealed. Is that... Wait, I'm getting confused. Because, like, isn't... We had to... The main one that we have is the west side. So there's a... Wait, is there another one? Can I get... From Secret Garden, can I get west and east? I might have that wrong. I don't know. That seems really strange. There's the credits. All right, this whole book. This is something we haven't really used before. I don't know if there's any way for me to dictate this. This is a weird one. A 4x4 square with various black spots. Because this felt so much like a strong thing initially. I just don't know if there's a way to actually make that feel correct. I mean, anything can work now, so we're going to go with boiler room plates, I guess we'll say. I'll also put Secret Garden second lever. Okay. This is the journal. This is the Blackbridge book, which I think we've... I don't know if there's anything secret in that. Forever Anonymous. More drafting strategy stuff. Ornate compass. Yeah, there's some stuff that we just never see. Like I haven't seen repellent spray. Have I ever seen repellent spray? Like ever? I don't know if I have. Ornate compass I maybe have seen once or twice. $16 total discs have been issued. Yeah, we don't know where that is yet. Interesting. I don't know if there's anything... We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the 8D to warn us. Lower the 8D. Is it saying like a chess piece, like 8D? Because that's how the D8 was the study thing. So I wonder about that. Swan Song. Yeah, there we go. Here's our maps. This is our shit-ass version of this book. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. Right here, I don't see anything notable here. I think this is calling out the sacred thing. Here's our history worksheets. We have about 400 screenshots, by the way. So this is, we're gonna rip through them, but there's a lot. There's a lot to look at. We have that written down. I don't need to really look at that. Yeah, we know this guy. Fen Aries Patent Office. Yep. Mm-hmm. Great Hall. Greenhouse, Secret Garden, Great Hall. There are 2 levers at Secret Garden. I just didn't even ever realize. Wait, so Secret Garden sealed, but sealed means it's behind a power hammer. So, but when we did the power hammer thing with Secret Garden, what was that? Was that just the? It was just a sigil, wasn't it? Oh, that's interesting. I might have to do that again. This is interesting too. Hold on. Anywhere. Resealed in January after deal in Reddington fell through. The root cellar. Resealed. So that root cellar might be one to actually get. Yeah. Worthlaud. Yeah, this is the dude that's like blackmailing. Yep. Interesting. Ducks. Here's our part of our quiz. Reva D. Here's the freezer thing. Yep. Here's our Arajan letter, which God knows I'll be able to ever translate. I'm sure it's been done. I just know. Grotto. Looks like red herring. Doesn't exist. Leaning towards this. Secret door and tomb. North of the antechamber. Theorized locations. Very good. More Jai. Yeah, we have our star schedule. Okay. Portrait room. Interesting. AFGPRST. It shouldn't be anything because this is not their own thing, but delete it. We're getting close to the end of these, I think. This is our actual one. Yeah, we're on sigil mode now. Red Prince. Screenshotted it just in case. Okay. Here's the staff. Here we go. Numeric cores. Take any number with 4 or more digits. Without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in yada, yada, yada. So this is the thing that we got that I'm like, what in hell? Why does this matter? If I take like, okay, so I'm thinking about, so the crest, right, has that number 1213. So, okay, so if you say 1213, then it's positive 1 minus 2, so it's negative 1, times 1, negative 1, divided by 3, negative 3. So that, I don't know what to do with negative 3. Yep, here are those guys. So this is the publishing partners. More Jai boxes. The deed, huh? Satisfied of record 15, 13, 19, 12. I mean, we could split that up. Hold on. So what if it's 05, 13, 19, 12? So if we do 05, 19, 13, 12. Oh, sorry. It's 13, 19, 12, not 19, 13, 12. Okay, so 13, 19, 12. So if it's positive 5 minus 13 is negative 8 times 19. Jesus, I'm going to have to do math on that one. Hold on. 8 times 19 is 152. So it'd be negative 152 divided by 12 is 12 and repeating. Okay, so that's not it. So I wonder, can it switch? Can it be like 51, 31, 9, 12? That feels better. 51, positive 51 minus 31 is just 20. Times 9 is 180. Divided by 12 is 15. Okay, that's at least something. So if I broke it up like that, 15, 31, 9, 12, that would do it. So that would be 15. So we have an answer if that's decided to be used. Any other way this could be broken? I mean, we could break this up a whole host of ways, but if it's 05, one, no, I don't. You don't want to go too negative, because then if you go negative, it gets crazy. So what if it's 51, 31? No, 51, 31, 9, 12 makes a lot of sense. If that was going to be the one to pull from, that would be it. I mean, we could do this with every date in the game, right? We could try to do a numeric core, because theoretically all dates are going to work with the numeric core idea. I just don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with that. Here, certificate of birth: Mary Matthew Epson, Lara Clady Epson, Lady Clara Epson, and Simon. Wait, Lady Clara Epson and yeah, that's correct. At the hospital 4:05 on Tuesday, it's 22nd of January in the 6th era, 1958. I mean, might as well try that too, right? So her birthday is, so it would be 22/01, 1958. Dividing by 58 would be crazy, though. Multiplying by 19 is crazy. But if it's, so it's, let's just try it. So 21. So it's 22. What I'm working with right now is I'm splitting up her birthday into four numbers to do numeric cores. So it's 22/01, 1958. So 22 minus 01 is 21. 21 times 19 is 399. Divided by 58 is nothing. It's bullshit. That would be the only way I could logically think about breaking that up, personally. Blueprints. To my son Simon, in whose eyes I see the world anew. There's a blue prince who sat on a blue throne. He had a blue crown made of sapphires and a blue castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things blue. It's the only true color in my humble view. He couldn't stand the tint of a hallway or a shop. He couldn't stand the shade of trees the green room spot. He seldom talked to others, for they rarely shared this view. He never went to town, nor saw the flags they flew. And do you know which game the prince instead would play? The one that made him happy, with it whenever skies were gray. A game he played in the house and on the grounds. Hold on. I'm hearing... Maybe it's just me. I'm hearing stuff in-game. I wasn't seeing anything. It's a game full of rooms and the stories that we climb, about a house full of lies and the truth that one prince finds. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the game is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A game about you and the plans that you make, about a blue prince and his blueprints, the blue game we just played. The end. And that's my last screenshot. So, we're back in game. Let's just do a little glance, shall we? It's probably pretty late already. It's 1:30. I wonder if that noise was actually it turning 1:30. That's interesting. I want to go back to the tunnel. Let's just see if it's still unlocked. We probably have to do at least... Oh, I'm going to need the microchips again. I just want to see what the win state of it is. Does it stay open with the one chest that we opened? We also have 3 keys somehow. I don't know what room gave us 3 keys last time. We're also up to 65 allowance, which is interesting. Okay, so we take these microchips. Let's get out of here. I don't want to even make this a really long run. Like we've been doing screenshot download for a while, which I think is totally valid as our post-win episode. But yeah, let's see what happens here. I want to check whatever outer room it gives us. And I think numeric cores are really the only thing we have left in our bag. That's the only thing that I've consistently been like, why? What does that matter? We haven't ever used it. Okay, so we do have to do the blue thing. Are we in blue mode? Yes, we are. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's see what happens when we do this again. Oh, wait, but we have to get throne room, don't we? Yeah, that's not going to open without... I can't just draft blue rooms. I have to also draft throne room as a blue room, which should be easier to do now that it is itself a blue room, right? Unsure, but we have this episode to figure it out. I'm also going to try to open up an outer room before we move on. We're going to keep it nice and simple here. So what did they say? Root cellar was that one? Tool shed. Schoolhouse hovel. Let's take a look at hovel. No, it doesn't look like anything's sealed up here. Oh yeah, that's just the thing. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think we've seen this, but I'm surprised I don't have this. 2 wings, 9 ranks, 2 starting rooms. 2 starting rooms. 45, 2, 9, 2. Oh, it's like all the different things. Right, 45 minus 2. Or sorry, 45 times 2? He has the things wrong. 45 times 2 is 90. Divided by 9 is 10. Minus 2 is 8. Coincidence? 45. What if it's the reverse, but like actually how it's supposed to be? 45 minus 2 is 43. Can't then divide it by 9 though. Or sorry. Oh, well then it would be multiplied by 9. So 43 times 9? No way. All right, well, we're in, we've gotten out of gems mode then. So now we're just on steps, so we just have to maximize steps. So no wait room for us, but that's perfectly fine. Throne room if we can get it. Let's see. Parlor. Oh, that was stupid. Wait, why do we do parlor? Because parlor we don't even need. Kennel is great. And then let's go over here. Observatory, den, storeroom. Let's go observatory, see what we get out of that. What are we on? Okay, so we got some steps back too. We're at 49, so the next one's going to be our redraw, which could be nice. Weight room. The Great Hall is actually not bad here. It's a terrible placement for it, but for what I need it for right now is not awful. Courtyard. Ooh, hello. Shovel. Gems, of which I will not need. Security pool. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do security because I can get the, I want to see staff announcements, see if anything happened there. No, actually. Staff services. Staff announcements? Seems like there's something else. Yep. Even if it's not a full solution, it's the sense that there's more to decipher, and it still completely trivializes the art hanging on the walls. Is there any way we can delete that post before Simon sees it? Unfortunately, I can't delete announcements remotely. We'll just have to hope Simon had already solved it when that was posted. Yeah. I'm not even sure what the offending message means, but it does remind me of the letters I saw written on the back of the bookcase in the secret passage. I agree, but I believe that one is part of a 6x3 grid, not 9x5, so I've concluded that it does not have a connection to the estate floor plan. I've noticed a few others of these that the Baron placed around the estate. Okay, so they're really just pushing. Okay, that's fine. I wish they would tell me more hints about the upgrade discs. That's the thing I really need. Furnace. Den is not the worst thing I could get. It still has gems, but maybe I can... I was going to say maybe I could trade the gems, but that's not going to happen. Treasure trove. You know what? If I could do even a treasure trove and then if I can get freezer this time around, that would be decently helpful. I could start the next run even. This could be a seed run. Try to seed money our way through the top. Because the only thing I have left to buy is blue tents, as far as I'm aware. So if I could get that, that would be great. And I think I just need to freeze one day's assets to be able to do it. Car keys. Classroom. Yeah, let's try classroom. Let's see what happens. Every piece of fruit is going to be really helpful. Actually, secret garden would be amazing for this run for multiple reasons. Redraw. Kitchen is amazing also, just because of our step count. Let's go with tomato soup. Oh, that was useless. Okay. That's fine. Should have saved it, but you know what? I'm moving fast. Something that I know I shouldn't do. Okay. Archives. Not ideal. Nook, also not ideal, but we're going to take it because it's not a total screw. A lot of keys on this one. Throne of the Blueprints. Here it is. Wow, 15. But we're gonna take it. Okay, so from here now, we want to draft 8 blue rooms in a row, if possible. I guess I should pull this just in case. I don't have any gems, which is unfortunate. I still have the front of this, too. Workshop it is. That's 1. Oh, shit. Well, I don't have a key card, so we're going to have to go back and anyway. Okay. All right, so we're going back. Which is very much of a waste of steps, but that's okay. It's funny how quickly steps can become a problem. Yeah, let's go this way, and then we'll head downstairs. Up here. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. I guess we're going passageway. They really want these red rooms. Yeah, what the heck? Okay, let's just get all of these bad ones out of the way so I can actually draft things I want. Let's go... Well, actually, I need to do chapel, because if I do this, then the only route I have is workshop. So that's not going to happen. So let's go this way. Let's see if I can get anything out of this side before I go up. You know what? That's a good pull, actually. And we'll save drawing room for another time. Maybe now, in fact. Oh, God. Okay, hallway, commissary. Let's do hallway. It doesn't waste steps. Okay. Garage, utility closet, tunnel. Well, tunnel's the only one that actually gets me forward, so let's keep that promise. That's good. Okay, come on, blue rooms. Wow, okay, we are really getting screwed here. Let's go with veranda just for hell of it. Yeah, I don't think the step thing has ever really helped me. I think it's only ever really hurt. Okay. Wow, it really just does not want us to succeed here. I'm just going to keep taking it, and we'll see if we can get something out of it. Ideally, freezer. Casino is interesting. I have broken lever, actually. This actually gives us money, too, doesn't it? I'll bet it all if I think I can. Oh my god. If I do weight room, though, I actually don't lose that many steps, believe it or not. It's annoying and sucks, but, you know. I hope all the doors unlocked, because that would have otherwise broken me. You know what? I think we do that, and then hopefully if we can't... Okay, lab with 3. All right, we got to be careful now, because now we're overdrafting. Locked. Okay. If I take step in here... I'm going to do this, but then it's not going to... It's going to take 3 steps. So honestly, let's just go back and do this. And call it in here. Yeah, weird day. Obviously, I didn't really actually do anything, but I think the numeric cores are the only thing... Because that was a find, right? That was us getting a file cabinet key. That was a thing we had to work towards. And it was the only thing that we haven't really expanded upon. I think we just on the hunt for numbers, which is such a crazy thing. I will continue this game. I don't know if I will continue at the same frequency. I've been doing on the channel, kind of being flexible about what game is being played when and how often, and that's honestly just because of my schedule and about my time. So I don't want to overwork myself or play too much of one game and then get burned out or anything like that. So if this game starts to drop less frequently than twice a week, it's not because I'm not interested. It's mostly just because either I don't have time for it or I just literally cannot think about what next to do, and don't want an episode of an hour of me running around doing nothing. So we will continue moving forward. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough so far. It will continue until I am satisfied with the idea that we are done and have seen everything that we need to see. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please give this video a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.